Hey everybody, Neil Thompson from Teach the Geek here. I work with technical professionals so they can present more effectively, especially in front of non-technical audiences. And you can learn more about that at teachthegeek.com. Again, that's teachthegeek.com. And as always, remember to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel as every bit helps. There was once an instance in which I was in the audience at a conference, mostly technical people, mostly engineers, more specifically. And one of the speakers was a business development person from a company. And after his presentation, all these engineers asked him a bunch of technical questions that he simply couldn't answer. I felt really bad for him. Luckily, there were two engineers in the audience from his company who were able to answer the questions from their seats. And the room was small enough that we all could hear their answers from their seats. It got me thinking, why didn't one of them give the presentation? And it also got me thinking, what were the missed opportunities that that company had because this business development person was presenting at a technical conference in front of a bunch of engineers and couldn't answer their questions? Well, and one, perhaps the credibility of the company was taken into account because now the people in the audience think that these people can't wouldn't be the best partners for us because they're not going to be able to answer our questions. So there's that. And then also especially missed sales because if you have a lack of credibility of the organization, you may think that you're not going to want to buy from them. And then you're also thinking it could have been wasted resources. I mean, as I mentioned, why didn't one of those people, one of the engineers, why didn't they do the presentation? It's a technical conference, bunch of engineers in the audience. It would make sense that the technical person would be the one to speak to his or her own people, essentially, because it's likely that they're going to have technical questions, and who better than the technical person to answer those technical questions? And I suspect that the company, well, I know the company would have had to have paid money for the registration for all these people, for the room and board, for the airfare. There's money that went into sending all these people to this conference. So why not best use the engineers to their greatest ability, I suppose. They could also be the people presenting in front of these people, in front of the technical people. And the business development person, maybe you send him to less technical conferences, and he can field those type of questions because I suspect those people at a non-technical conference, or at least at a less technical conference, they won't have as many technical questions. But you use your resources a bit better. The technical people present at technical conferences, the business development people present at less technical conferences. And I just think that would make more sense. But how can we make it so that the technical people would be more comfortable and confident giving presentations? Well, I think a great way is for a company to develop a speaker training program for these engineers, for their technical staff. And when you're able to do that, well, now these people are more useful to the company. Now, not only are they the technical experts, but they're able to communicate their technical expertise to various audiences. And you would think the low-hanging fruit of audiences they can communicate in front of are other technical people. I mean, it just makes all the sense to me. But for those of you all listening to me ramble on and on about this, what do you think? I mean, if you were to have been in that audience with me, listening to a business development person give a presentation and get a whole bunch of technical questions that he couldn't answer, and then noticing that there were two perfectly good engineers in the audience who were able to answer those questions, well, if they can answer the questions, can't they also give the presentation? And then what could be done for the organization to make these technical people more likely to give the presentation? Well, as I said, my idea is developing speaker training programs for these technical people, making them more deployable, I suppose, to their organizations. So, Leah, I'm really curious. Let me know what you think about that. I think it's a good idea, but then again, it is my idea. Anyway, again, my name is Neil Thompson. I'm the founder of Teach the Geek. I work with technical professionals so they can present more effectively, especially in front of non-technical audiences. And you can learn more about that at teachthegeek.com. Again, that's teachthegeek.com. Until next time, take care and stay safe.